He hits jewels, cash, and high-value items. He knows exactly what to transport and when. There's no DNA. He's in and out in seconds.
I need that. I came here to make you a business proposition. Worked at the same company for 11 years. You're a VP when you should be a partner. Those high-value items your company insures, I make them disappear. Start by handing me your phone.
So you're a thief. Life's too short to drive boring cars, right?
If you see her with me, she's taken. What's the security setup?
There's a courier carrying watches and gems, looking at $11 million in one room, of which I want 3.
So, Thor, Storm, Hulk, and Joker walk into a bar and commit a crime. And now we have Crime 101. Hey guys, so I've just from checking out the newest release, Crime 1, featuring Chris Hemsworth as this high-end jewel thief. And this is something that I was really looking forward to after the first trailer, because I feel like the heist genre is one that's really underserved, and therefore it's good to actually see one being released in recent memory, which I think the last one that I did enjoy was Ambulance, Michael Bay's Ambulance in 2022. Anyway, before we go on, this is going to be announced, but it's going to be very concise because it has so many twisted turns, and I don't want to spoil anything. Therefore, let's jump right in.
I need to be in your line of work.
So Chris Hemsworth plays James, this high-end thief who tends to steal from the rich, and only the rich, to enrich himself. And what I say about this movie is it really surprised me. Right off the bat, I really had a good time with it. I enjoyed the premise, I enjoyed the execution, and I was especially passionate about the cast. So we have Chris Hemsworth as James, which I won't go much into, but he targets certain individuals to rob from, and he has an elaborate way of doing it, which I'm going to detail, but I think it was very awesome and cool. And I think what other thing is, he reminded me so much of Jason Statham's Transporter, because Chris played this suave, he's very suave, he has sophistication and class, and he's just like this cool character. And he's accompanied by Halle Berry, they have intersecting thread lines throughout this movie, which reminds me of the movies back from the 2010s or mid-2000s, where we have several intersecting storylines that all converge towards the end.
Guys you work for, you think they're squeaky clean?
I need to start considering myself and maybe my clients.
Don't threaten me. I came here to make you a business proposition. Worked at the same company for 11 years. You're a VP when you should be a partner. Those high-value items your company insures, I occasionally make them disappear, and no one gets hurt. What's the security setup?
There's a courier carrying watches and gems, looking at $11 million in one room, of which I want 3.
And I'd say Halle Berry for me is one who I was most excited for, but I am sad to say that she doesn't get as much screen time as I thought she would. But she does get sufficient screen time, but she doesn't get just enough to satisfy me. And Mark Ruffalo obviously is playing, you guessed it, law enforcement. In this, he's conducting the manhunt, going after this jewel thief that they've been after for the past several years. The other thing about this movie I'll say is the first 15-20 minutes edge of your seat stuff. It has this, it hits the ground running, purely packed with tension, and I think that sets the tone for the movie. And I think I was so engrossed that I forgot to eat my popcorn for the first 20 minutes. But then it comes to a halt, and it transforms from a high stakes heist crime thriller into just like a thriller, which sure, it changes tone, it changes the pace, but I still enjoyed it. But if you come in thinking you're going to get like a very heavy spectacle driven heist like Ocean's 11 and the likes, this is not going to be for you. This is a character study type of movie, like an indie movie, and masquerading as a heist crime thriller, which if you do enjoy features that focus more on characterization, then you'll probably enjoy this more. Even though it features characterization, I think some characters were underserved. I'd say Mark Ruffalo's character and Halle Berry's character, called Sophia, I think, But then again, it's limited. All this is compounded. There are so many things happen at the same time, so many story threads, so many twists and turns that all have to be resolved by the end of the movie. And also because of the limited runtime, it wraps things up rather abruptly. So I'd say I enjoyed the first 2/3 of this movie. However, the third act for me fell a bit short. I think I went in with, elevated expectations, obviously, but then I don't think it went as I was hoping it would. I still had a good time. And the other thing, I watched this in IMAX, and the sound design in this movie, it's insane. It looks like a small scale movie, obviously, but then it plays really well on the IMAX format, and that's an added advantage. I had so much fun with this movie. Halle Berry's character, Sophia, represented something interesting. I'm not going to go into it, but I think in as much as she didn't get enough screen time, I think what her character represents is something all of us, look for or pursue, and that's fulfillment. After years of service, and do you feel fulfilled? What gets you there? This is something that is addressed even through James's character. There's actually a good aspect. It's not mentioned in the movie, which I thought was quite good, because I'm tired of movies hand-holding you. But then it showcases, like, at what point do you get satisfaction as a thief? Is there a number?
Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
And he keeps on saying it's the money, but then there are other things that he wishes for that he could have, and I like how they're explored within this movie. And I thought that was a cool layer to add on to the characterization of all of them. I just wish this movie had a longer runtime to really flesh the characters out, because I thought most of them were interesting and they were engaging and invested in all of them. Even the law enforcement officer, Mark Ruffalo, you get to see what he goes through as someone who has to operate in California as a police officer, earning peanuts and having to deal with these rich folks, and just having that comparison and how it affects him and his mindset. Another aspect I was especially passionate about was the cinematography. I think it has some very inventive shots that really draw your attention, and what I liked was the duality between Chris Hemsworth, a thief, and Barry Keoghan's thief. When it's Chris Hemsworth, James is a very organized individual. When he's carrying out his heist, they're well organized, the camera is steady and whatnot. But when it comes to Barry Keoghan's heist, he's a very chaotic character, and therefore the camera is very chaotic, it turns into handheld and is just disorienting. And I thought that was a cool detail to add to showcase the differences between these two characters. And I think it's something you can watch, and I really recommend it, especially for Valentine's. This is the type of date movie that brings someone along. There's storyline or story thread throughout this movie, which I think worked, especially the casting of Monica Barbaro as the love interest. I think her and Chris Hemsworth have this natural chemistry that works and carries the movie. I have to say, I'm enjoying most of the releases this year, especially these original idea movies, and I think I'm having so much fun. And it's glad that we're taking a break from all these franchise entries. And so far, so good. January and Feb have been good to me. I've been enjoying these entries, and therefore it's a good time to come to the theaters, check out Sandhill, check out Crime 101. You're going to have a good time. Both of them are in IMAX, and you're going to really enjoy your time here. So besides that, I'm going to give this movie a rating of 7 out of 10. If you do enjoy these reviews, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to let YouTube know that you enjoy what you're watching. See you on the next one. Cheers.